Today we're doing something huge. It's time to conquer the world of grammar. We're talking about the rules that make language work. Whether you're writing an email, a school paper, or even just texting your friends, using proper grammar makes you look sharp, sound smarter, and best of all, people will actually understand what you're trying to say. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready for the most epic grammar lesson of your life. Let's do this. First up, we're tackling subject-verb agreement. This is the grammar equivalent of making sure your shoes match. The verb in your sentence has to agree with the subject. Singular subject, like the cat, needs a singular verb, like sleeps. Plural subject, like the cat, needs a plural verb, like sleep. Keep them matching and you're golden. Next up, we're traveling through time with verb tenses. Verb tenses tell us when an action happened, is happening, or will happen. We've got the past tense for things you already did, like I walked to the store, the present tense for things happening right now, like I am talking to you, and the future tense for things that will happen, like I will eat pizza later. Let's talk about articles. We're talking about an and the. These little words are like the unsung heroes of grammar. A and an are indefinite articles for general things. The is a definite article for specific things. Pronoun power up. Agreement is key. Pronouns replace nouns so we don't repeat ourselves. With great pronoun power comes great responsibility. The antecedent is the noun the pronoun refers to. In the dog wagged its tail, dog is the antecedent. Pronouns must agree in number and gender, match them, and your sentences will be clear. Preposition, precision. No more grammar accidents. Hold on to your hats. We're diving into the world of prepositions. These are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another word in the sentence. Think of them like little connection words. We've got prepositions of time like at, on, and in, prepositions of place like above, below, and beside, and prepositions of movement like to, from, and through. Using the right preposition is crucial because it can change the entire meaning of your sentence. Sentence fragments don't leave me hanging. Nobody likes a sentence fragment. It's like starting a story and then suddenly stopping before the good part. A sentence fragment is an incomplete thought. It's missing a subject, a verb, or both. For example, went to the store is a fragment because it's missing a subject. Who went to the store? We need a subject like she went to the store to make it a complete sentence. Don't leave your readers hanging. Run-on sentences, grammar's biggest no-no. We've talked about sentences that are too short. Now let's talk about sentences that are too long, run-on sentences. A run-on sentence is basically two or more complete sentences that are smashed together without proper punctuation. To fix a run-on sentence, you can either separate the sentences with a period or use a conjunction like and but, or to connect them properly. Comma chameleon, master of disguise. The comma. The tiny punctuation mark that can cause so much confusion. But fear not, we're about to unlock the secrets of comma usage. Commas are like little pauses in your writing. They help to separate ideas, list items, and make your sentences flow smoothly. Mastering the comma takes practice, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be a comma chameleon, blending seamlessly into any sentence. Apostrophe, alert, possession, and contractions. Apostrophes. Those little punctuation marks that look like floating commas. They might seem small, but they have two big jobs, showing possession and creating contractions. When we want to show that something belongs to someone, we use an apostrophe plus s like the cat's toy or the dog's bowls. Contractions are all about combining two words into one, like can't for cannot or don't for do not. Parallel structure, keeping your writing balanced. Parallel structure is all about keeping your writing balanced and harmonious. It's like having matching bookends, it just looks and sounds better. Basically, when you're listing things in a sentence, you want to make sure all the items in the list have the same grammatical structure. For example, if you're talking about your hobbies, you could say, I enjoy reading, writing, and painting. Subject-verb inversion, the grammar plot. Twist. Time for a grammar plot twist. It's when we flip the usual order of the subject and verb. We do this for emphasis, questions, and certain constructions. For example, is she going to the store? Adjective order, describing with style. Adjectives are the words we use to describe nouns. And just like there's a right way to arrange furniture in a room, there's a right order to use adjectives in a sentence. It might seem random, but there's actually a general order that native English speakers follow: opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose. So, instead of saying a blue big car, we would say a big blue car. Conjunction junction, connecting words and ideas. Conjunctions are like the glue that holds our sentences together. They connect words, phrases, and clauses, and help us to express complex ideas. We've got coordinating conjunctions like and, but, and, or, which connect words or phrases of equal grammatical importance. And we've got subordinating conjunctions like because, although, and while, which connect a dependent clause to an independent clause. Double negatives, a grammar double whammy. Double negatives are a big no-no in grammar. They happen when you use two negative words in a sentence, which actually cancels out the negative meaning and creates a positive statement. For example, saying I don't have no money is a double negative because don't and no are both negative. The correct way to say this would be I don't have any money. Modifiers, placing them strategically. Modifiers are words or phrases that add information to other words in a sentence. They can be adjectives, adverbs, or phrases that act like adjectives or adverbs. The key to using modifiers correctly is to place them close to the words they modify. Otherwise, you can end up with misplaced modifiers, which can create confusing or even humorous sentences. Active versus passive voice, choosing your battles. Active and passive voice are about who's doing the action. In active voice, the subject performs the action. In passive voice, the subject receives the action. For example, the dog chased the ball is active. The ball was chased by the dog is passive. Quotation marks, direct quotes and special cases. Quotation marks are like little containers for words. We use them to enclose direct quotes, titles of short works, and to indicate irony or sarcasm. When you're quoting someone directly, make sure you're using their exact words and putting the quotation marks in the right place. Just remember, punctuation goes inside the quotation marks, and be careful not to overuse quotation marks for emphasis. Capitalization, big beginnings, and proper nouns. Capitalization is all about knowing when to use capital letters. We capitalize the first word of every sentence, proper nouns and titles of people, places, and things. Proper nouns are the names of specific people, places, or things like Mohammed Sadek, Egypt, or the Eiffel Tower. We also capitalize titles like Mr. and Mrs., days of the week and months of the year, and important holidays. Capitalization might seem straightforward, but there are a few tricky rules, so it's always good to double-check. Homophones, sound-alikes, different meanings. Homophones are words that sound the same but have different meanings and spellings. They can be tricky, but once you know what to look out for, you can avoid making embarrassing mistakes. Some common homophones include there, and there, to, and your. The best way to avoid mixing them up is to memorize their different meanings and pay close attention to context. End punctuation, the grand finale. And last but not least, we have end punctuation. These are the punctuation marks that signal the end of a sentence: the period, the question mark, and the exclamation mark. We use a period to end a declarative sentence, which is a sentence that makes a statement. We use a question mark to end an interrogative sentence, which is a sentence that asks a question. And we use an exclamation mark to end an exclamatory sentence, which is a sentence that expresses strong emotion. Grammar mastered. Now go out and write. Write your heart out and use your newfound grammar skills. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.